We're looking at test number 1 practice problem set, and we're looking at question number 36, where it says find the equation of a circle centered at 213 and passing through a point 0.9. So I know the equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals the radius squared, where the center is hk. So I'm just going to plug in that 2 and the 13 for the h and the k. So the h is 2. So I'll plug in a 2 for h. And the k is 13, because I was given that center 213. So I got the left-hand side, and the only other thing I need to find is the radius. I need to find the h, the k, and the r. So how do I find the r? So the other information I have is that I have the point on the circle. So if I look at a circle, and I have the center at 213, and I have some point at 0.9. Oh, it's probably over here. Oh, I guess it'd be lower than the 13, wouldn't it? Be over here. Then to get the radius r, I just have to find this straight line. So that's the distance between the point 213 and 0.9. Sorry. This is 213, and the point is 0.9. So to find that distance, I use the distance formula. So distance r equals, so the distance formula is the distance between the x points plus the distance between the x coordinates and plus the distance between the y coordinates. The distance between the x coordinates squared plus the distance between the y coordinates squared, and then the square root of all that. So it's always positive because distance is a length is positive. So what goes in the parentheses here is the difference between the two x coordinates. So that's the 2 minus 0. And the distance between the y coordinates, so that's 13 minus 9. Which gives me the square root of 2 squared plus 4 squared, which gives me the square root of 4 plus 16, which is the square root of 20. And I don't need to reduce that, or I guess simplify that square root, because I'm going to stick it in for r, which is going to get squared anyway. So this square root of 20 goes into my circle equation for r. So I'm going to just move all this down so I can make some space. And rewrite this equation. I'm going to replace the r with the square root of 20. And that is still squared, which gives us the square and the square root cancel each other, and I'm left with just 20. So I'll do that part in black or blue. Okay, so my final equation is a r squared, which is 20, and then I have the y minus 13 squared and the x minus 2 squared. So the 2, the 13 are the center, and the r is the radius. But notice at the end of the equation I have radius squared. So there's my final answer. Okay, so now to enter that into my Test. I'm gonna use the keyboard and I get x minus 2 okay, I'm going to use my arrow key to get past that parenthesis, squared. I can use this, or I can do a caret 2, and then plus, make sure your cursor is not in the exponent anymore, and then parenthesis y minus 13, and then get past the parenthesis with your right arrow, and then exponent of 2, and then make sure if you have to do the right arrow to get out of the exponent, and then equals 20. And then I can close the keyboard or click out of the answer box so it's not highlighted anymore. So it's saved, and then I click submit answer. And if I did get it wrong, or if I'm just not sure about the answer, on the practice test you get an immediate results to find out if it's correct or not, as well as the ability to view the solution. You can see their solution, actually they used a different process than I did. I did the distance formula between the center and the point on the circle, whereas they actually plugged in the x and y that was on the point and solved for the missing variable of r squared. Either way gets us the same answer.